Okay, so I'll try to do this as quick as possible, because there's some other interviews that people can check out, um, and I think you have about an hour, right? So I want to try to answer these quickly. Um, I started working in crypto in 2012. I started trading in high school. I had a good friend who I looked up to who was getting into stock and stock options. I had a really good business management teacher in high school that got me interested as well. And I started, trading my parents' stock account. Actually, they created a stock account for me to be able to trade for trade a small amount of money, basically to practice for myself in high school. And then shortly after that, my buddy was running a sports book, and he actually worked for some older guys that were running the sports book, but he was helping them collect money and do stuff like that. And this is back a long time ago when it was not easy to get payment processors for sports books. And they came to me because they knew I was interested in these different alternative financial networks even back then. And I had suggested to them that they could potentially use Bitcoin as a way to do payment processing on their sportsbook. And I helped them get set up with a Bitcoin payment processor. This is all the way when Bitcoin was $14. That's when I bought my first Bitcoin. I bought $500 worth. I then focused a lot on trading Bitcoin, trading Forex. That's how I got my name, Forex Shark, like, all the way a decade ago. And um, I started my Discord server something like 6 years ago. I got connected with some different devs, crypto devs, who were doing pre-sale raises. This is way back when it was kind of the ICO days before like the kind of pre-sales we have now. Um, I had a lot of people joining my Discord server because at first I created it to kind of teach people about trading and investing, and I was running some multifamily properties then and doing some options and forex trading. And I was doing pretty well for myself. So I had first, friends and family join, and then their friends and their friends, and then I had a good amount of people in there. So I had enough people to help one of my buddies who was a developer do a raise, an early ICO raise, and he was a very good programmer and coder, but he did not have a great understanding of markets or market making. So he brought me on to help him do market making. This is before Uniswap. So there were some kind of public dexes, but automated market makers were not made yet. So you had to use various bots that could make a market for you. And I helped him design a market making bot. And through working with him and having that successful raise and kind of showing my expertise of markets, I was able to secure some other pre-sale raises and ICO raises and become an advisor for some big projects like Trust Swap and a ton of them, MahaDAO, Rio DAO, a ton of projects, and I did that all the way up until around 2019, early 2020, when I decided that maybe I would start to develop my own projects. And a project called RFI had recently come out. They were the first ones to do reflective rewards. I saw reflective rewards as a good way to reward the holder and reward the long-term participant of a platform. And it was elegant and simple enough that it could be used as kind of a base token that could be built on top of and added utility to. So I thought, how can I take this great idea and add something to it and kind of progress the space? So I created the first ever deflationary reflective reward token, and that went on to do 700x, probably a lot more than that. It got forked by a million projects, Safe Moon and all these meme tokens. All of them use reflect some sort of deflationary reflective reward model, and that was basically originated with my initial token REAP. And then we wanted to migrate to Binance Smart Chain because the gas prices and efficiency issues on the ERC20 network was just getting too crazy. And I initially built REAP to be something that I could build on top of and really build a great DeFi ecosystem. And I realized that was not going to be possible to do on the ERC20 network because when I built REAP, the prices to do transactions on ETH were like a couple bucks. But then by the time I was ready to really start developing, it was costing hundreds of dollars to do ETH transactions.
Mm.
So we forked it on BSC. We called it BREAP. We did. I didn't want to move on to a new token without providing some sort of value for REAP. So what we did is created a DAO, which is a private group where we do information sharing and also private pre-sale raises. I made it so REAP was the DAO token that you need to hold to get access to this private group. And then I did the private pre-sale raise for BREAP in the DAO group. So we added value to REAP by forking it on the Binance Smart Chain. And then once BSC was on the Binance Smart Chain, I was ready to start building that ecosystem that I wanted to build on top of REAP. And that's when we launched Drip. So Drip is a daily ROI token. It's the first sustainable daily ROI platform where the ROI comes from taxes associated with transactions and is able to remain sustainable due to limitations that we put on compounding while making the most of a very strong referral system that does allow for compound growth. So it has a viral compounding onboarding effect while limiting the ability for runaway compound interest. So when you have those two dynamics, it allows for a growth model that outpaces the compounding and the withdrawals from the system. And then what we're doing now is providing alternative utilities for the drip token itself. This way, it's actually being utilized for various products, which gives it more intrinsic value. So not
You're
just
actually,
as a vehicle to earn interest.
yeah, Forex.